what's up? How's it going? Hope everybody's doing alright. I was just cleaning around the house and decided to play a bit of guitar once I kind of finished up. And I wanted to show one of my guitars. I have several, so maybe I'll do several part series of this, showing all my guitars and stuff. But I want to talk about this one in particular and play a little bit right here. So it's my Jackson, made in Japan. It's a mid-90s guitar, and it's kind of a dinky body, as you can see, but not really sure what the model name is, to be honest. I've done research on it, and I've gotten conflicting results, so if anybody knows, let me know what it is, because I really want to know. I really like it. I got it for a really great deal. I think it was like $290 or $295 what I got it for, and it's, I don't know, it's one of the best playing guitars I've had. But let me go through it real quick so you can see what it has. I'll start at the bottom here. So obviously it has Floyd. It's a Jackson branded Floyd. I don't know exactly which series it is. It just says Jackson right there. That's as far as I know. I have the whammy. Actually, the whammy did not come with this guitar, but I do have several whammy bars that fit. I just haven't used it. I block my trem anyway, so I don't really use it. And it's got the metal tone knob and volume knob. I believe this is the volume, and this is the tone right here. It also has a three-way selector right there. The frets, actually the pickups, let's go with the pickups. The pickups are Duncan Design pickups, which, if anybody knows, Duncan Design is part of the Seymour Duncan brand, but they are made in South Korea. At least that's what I've learned as I've done my research. But they sound pretty good. You'll hear it a little bit later when I do the sound samples. But other things about it, so the frets themselves, they feel like jumbo frets. They're pretty big, as you can see. The fret ends are actually good. I don't know if it had any fretwork done after it was made, but I don't really feel too much fret spread. There's a couple areas where I can feel it a little bit, but it doesn't really bother me when I play. Eventually I'll deal with that, you know, and fix that. It's got the shark inlays, as you can see, which is pretty sick. Right, it's got the shark inlays. It has 24 frets as well. The tuners themselves are Jackson branded. You can see in the back there. I have that hair tie, so it kind of it dampens down the vibration. It's a reverse headstock, which is pretty sick. Pointy ass headstock with the cursive Jackson logo there. I think some people call it the toothpaste Jackson logo, because it kind of does look a little bit like that. Charvel also has some of those. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, the nut, like I mentioned, I completely block off the trem, so I just take off the little screws on top of here, because I don't use that. The back, pretty simple. The cutaway right there, the belly cutaway or belly carve. It's got the Jackson plate there with the number and the Jackson logo, and then made in Japan sticker right there. Color wise, it's basically like a sunburst, an orange sunburst. Pretty sick in my opinion. And then the back, just pure red, almost like a, I don't know, like a race car red, I would say. It looks like, I can't seem to see if it's a multiple blocks of wood, because the seams, either they're invisible or it's a one piece. Oh, I see it. Okay, so the wing here seems to have a separate piece towards the end. It's hard to see on camera, but so it might be a couple, maybe two piece body. It's hard to tell, to be honest. So, I mean, Japanese Jacksons or anything Japanese made guitars are like extremely well made. So it's either a one piece or they just really did a great job book matching the wood pieces themselves. Right. So yeah, pretty sick. The strings are, what strings did I put on this? I think I put some Dunlop strings, which if you've seen one of my other videos talking about strings, they're not the best. I was debating whether I should change them or not. I didn't change them for this video, but I'll change them eventually. Oh yeah, the neck profile. So as you can see, the neck is not actually that thin. It's like a medium thickness. Something closer to this would be like a Gibson maybe, but not like the thick, I think 58 or 59 Gibsons. I think those are considered kind of thick. More like a modern sort of Gibson or Epiphone, I would say, neck. So it's pretty thick, actually kind of like a Charvel, like a modern Charvel. They're not super thin. They do have a chunkiness to it, but this one I think is a little bit chunkier than a Charvel, kind of in between the Gibson and the Charvel, I would say. That's how it feels like. I don't know the fretboard radius, but I think it might be closer to like a 10 or 12 inch radius. It is pretty flat and it's pretty wide, so yeah. And then the neck itself in the back, you can see the scarf joint right there. Yeah, Nova loop. And that's pretty much it in terms of the guitar specs. It has a couple of dings when I got it. It already had this one on the horn, as you can kind of see right there. But it doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's a 30-year-old guitar. Of course it's going to have dings, you know. And I have similar aged guitars, most of them at least. But yeah, that's the Jackson. Let me play a little bit of it. I'm going to start with my clean channel, so I'll show you that. I'll kind of go through it real quick. Alright, so I'm in the clean channel. I'm running my guitar to my Boss ME80, and then from there it's going on to my crate, which you can kind of see in the back there. My crate BB120, and there's a 4x12 with Celestians on it. That's just for the clean channel. For the dirty channel or for the dirty sounds, I'll show you that once I go through this clean stuff. So this is just full on tone, full on volume on the bridge pickup. So as you can kind of tell with that bridge pickup configuration, tone knob all the way to 10, it's pretty bright, right? It's not my favorite tone with the clean, honestly, because it is kind of bright, a little pingy, and for clean, don't really like that too much. But I'm gonna go now with the middle position, so basically both pickups, the bridge and the neck. Similar type of thing. When the tone knob is all the way up, I've noticed, even with the clean especially, it gets pingy, it gets a little bit too sharp. Obviously tweaking the EQ and all that stuff will fix that, but just right off the top, not my favorite clean. But I'll go to the neck pickup now and go through the same thing again. It's a little bit more bassier, obviously, with the neck pickup, but it kind of suffers from the same thing. But if I roll off the tone knob, it definitely warms it up, right? So this is the bridge pickup right here. This is both pickups right here. And this is just the neck. So I prefer that, you know, if you mess with the tone knob a little bit more and shape that tone, I think you can get a good clean sound. So this is all the way off. I'm gonna go just a little bit, turn it up a little bit. This is on the neck pickup. And it starts to sound a little bit more like what I would prefer. But yeah, so that's the clean. Now let's get into the dirty, because this is a dirty guitar. This is for chunk, right? So let's get to that. All right, so for the dirty channel, I'm running, obviously everything is the same. The only thing that I've added is, I don't know if I can show this exactly. Give me a second, let's see if I can show. So for the dirty channel, I'm using this pedal right here, the EVH 5150 MXR. Probably the best distortion pedal that you can get, in my opinion. Honestly, I can get any distorted sound I want from it, from like a bluesy sort of just breakups sound to a very heavy death metal, grindcore, black metal sort of sound, you know, which I really like. But in any case, that's how I'm going to be using it, because that's really all I care for, especially with this guitar. So I'm going to start with the same configuration, so the bridge pickup, and then just play a couple chords and stuff like that, and show you how that sounds. So it's a chunky guitar. Like when you put the EVH 5150 on, it's all chunk, man. Like, and for example, what I like to play is more like death metal, brutal death metal type of stuff, slam with this guitar in particular, and I think it does a great job, especially with the bridge pickup activated. So I'll play a little bit of that later, but that was the bridge pickup. The middle scenario where the two pickups are activated, this that sounds. As you can hear, it opens up more. There's a little bit more bass boost on that. And I think that configuration with both of the pickups activated, it actually sounds really good, especially for things that are more like hardcore driven. I think it does really well with that. And the last one is obviously the neck pickup. So that's how this sounds right here. So on that one, it's a little bit even more of a bass boost, obviously. and I think it does well. Again, sort of hardcore stuff, but also like sludgier genres too. You know, like sludge metal, drone stuff, things that are more rhythm focused. So I like that for that, you know, for those sort of genres. Like Sleep, for example, the band Sleep, you know, things like that. But yeah, so what I've been working on lately, here and there, it's been tough to play guitar with how busy I've been. But I've been working on this particular riff for sort of like a brutal death metal slam. Um, Sort of, I don't know. It's not even a song, it's just a riff. But it's something like this. Let's see if I can play it, because it's pretty fast. See, so this is where I'm at. So that's what I've been working on, something like that. It's obviously super sloppy, but I got really influenced by the band Hate Eternal, especially since they play those sort of chords, like things like this, like, or like this. Like very dissonant chords, right? So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I also had a black metal riff that I was working on for some time. Let's see if I can play that real quick, if I even remember it. Let me think for a second. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so this is the black metal riff that I've been working on. So that's that riff that I've been working on. Kind of played it sloppy there, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been working on. I'm more of a rhythm player. I don't really do well with leads or solos or anything like that. I'm pretty trash, to be quite honest. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show my guitar, my Jackson Japan-made guitar. But yeah, I might make a series just talking about my other guitars. I have several other more. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And if anybody knows what guitar this is, the model, actual model name and all that stuff, let me know. Or any info that can point me towards that, because I really want to know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. And have a great day.